Hello, my name is Alexandra Brown, and today we'll be discussing whether or not we should defund the police. I myself am going to be standing on a con side. Now, with this, we need to really understand how limited our officers' trainings are. In other countries, according to my co-debater, they were stating that in Spain, there's a 3-year training period. 3 years. Whereas in the United States, roughly, it is 19 months. Now, according to the Los Angeles Police Academy, they are only trained in academy for 6 months and supervised for a year. Now, I myself have interacted with a few police officers and have actually asked them about such kinds of things in social manners. And they've stated that really it's not under supervision for an extra year. It's not. That's something that it's supposed to be, but if you show you can, you can. If you show you can't, then you stay for the year. Now, one thing that just boggles is that cities that have had their funding slashed are seeing higher rates of crime. According to my co-debater, as of May, Portland had had upwards of 1,000 shootings. New York's shooting percentages went up 81%. Oakland's carjacking went up 81%. This is an incredible amount of increase in areas where the police have been limited. Now, if we were able to take our police officers and train them thoroughly, that would do better. We'd be able to have a fully functioning police force that we wouldn't have to worry about being afraid of. In addition, we should be more thorough with the screening of police officers. It should not just be about physical limits. It should not just be about psychological health. We need to make sure that these individuals are completely unbiased. Completely unbiased, because in instances where race or sexuality or any number of things are involved, people will be biased. We need to be able to find those people who aren't going to be affected by that in the situation. Now, in addition to that, the amounts of things that have increased after the George Floyd death were incredible. We had one police officer who screwed up. And yes, that is incredibly horrific. But then we were met with protests that turned violent. They raided. There were fires. People died in those protests. In my area, we could not go outside without being in danger. I could not go to work anymore. These are unacceptable and extreme measures. And if we had a fully functioning and fully prepared police force to handle these matters, we wouldn't have had to be afraid to go outside. Now, as parents will say, but you could go outside, you didn't have to worry about it. They could walk to school, they could go play out in the street. But since time has passed, we're stuck in these places where we can't go outside. It's more dangerous to leave your house than just stay home. You can't be, okay, your kids can go play in your front yard that's gated, and you can't in some areas. You just can't. And that is so horrific that the amount of danger that has increased in between then and now is just exponential. We need to be able to cut down on the crime rates from increased and more educated and more trained police force. That's how we'll stop this. Defunding the police is not the answer. Thank you for listening.